Welcome back. Here's a quick recap of what we covered in Module 2. Last month's session focused on how federal aid transportation projects move from concept to implementation and the key steps agencies need to take throughout the process. This involves understanding the project eligibility criteria for federal aid programs, how to classify projects based on federal funding categories, and identifying the right funding program for your project. As you can see, federal aid transportation projects are funded through a range of programs, each with a specific purpose. Safety may be a part of any improvement, and some programs like TAP support bike and pedestrian projects specifically. Each funding source has its own eligibility and requirements. Choosing the right funding source is a critical step in project development. The better the match, the smoother the path to funding and implementation. We begin with one of the most important first steps, the Project Programming Request, or PPR. This is the formal document submitted to HDOT to kick off federal aid project programming and begin coordination. But before any federal funds can actually be used, there's another critical requirement, establishing the funding agreement. This agreement must be executed between the local public agency and HDOT before funds can be obligated. And we learned every federal aid project must be listed in the Statewide Transportation Improvement Program, or STIP, before it can move forward to FHWA for authorization. Next, we explored the pre-design phase, the foundation of your project. This is where you develop the project scope, identify environmental constraints, and prepare preliminary cost estimates. Remember, this is pre-design. Final design does not happen during this phase. That comes later. We also emphasize the importance of early coordination with relevant agencies and utility companies. Early coordination helps avoid delays and costly surprises down the line. We then looked at roles during project implementation. For LPAs, one key responsibility is submitting invoices to HDOT for reimbursement. Meanwhile, approvals like NEPA and coordination with FHWA are handled by HDOT, not the LPA. A few important takeaways. Pre-design includes scope development, environmental review, and early coordination. Work is not reimbursable until FHWA gives federal authorization, even if a PPR has been submitted. Before moving into design, all major environmental utility and right-of-way issues should be resolved. Overall, Module 2 highlighted how early planning, clear documentation, and strong coordination set the stage for successful project delivery. Stay tuned for the next module. Mahalo.